Anime? You need to chill out. I'm out here trying to cover all the new shows, but how is anyone meant to give them a chance when there's barely enough time to keep up with all of these Juggernaut sequels all coming out in one single season? It took literally a single episode for Jujutsu Kaisen to take over the anime community again before dropping an entire light novel chapter over a single frame. To which the fan base replied, I ain't reading all that. Not because it was too much, they actually just can't read. Cinematic history. That's right. One Punch Man Season 3. We got more Hell's Paradise. This one hasn't quite gotten to the same level of hype as some of the other shonen action shows, which is a shame, because it's got a unique world with a lot of interesting things going on. See, like, the interesting thing about the power system in Hell's Paradise is that it's completely derived from self-cest. I'm gonna let the viewers think about that one for a second. There's the third season of Oshinoko, and while manga readers have flinched in disgust, I think the season's gonna explore some interesting stuff. If I remember correctly, we'll really get to see Ruby flex her power levels this arc, and the interesting thing about her power system is that it's derived from incest. Trigun Stargaze is bringing the final season of the Trigun remake, Fire Force is also in its final season, and from the out of context clips I've seen, there are some absolutely insane things going on that makes me want to catch up. Frieren has finally returned, and while I'm dead excited for this, I'm not sure what the series could possibly do to surpass the masterpiece of the first season we got. Hold on a second.
This is for you, Majin Buu!
The My Hero Academia spin-off is continuing, coming off the back of the exceptional main series finale. I'm going to be keeping an eye on this one, but can it ever reach the heights of moments like this from the main series?
Tomori Shigaraki was my hero, do you understand? And he was a gamer like me.
Speaking of gamers, we got some sad stories about gamers too. Hell Mode Hardcore Gamer is about a true gamer who just wants to find a challenge. He browses the web to find that one title that hits, but far too often he's left with one all too familiar scene. Damn. That's crazy. It's been 3 years since the launch of Honkai Star Rail, and today they are celebrating with the release of their new region, as they are also the sponsor of today's video. There's no way they're going to approve this segue. Honkai Star Rail is a game that I know nothing about. Nope, absolutely nothing. Definitely not know the lore, the characters, and spent way too much time playing this game. Look, it's an anime game, okay? But I've heard that it's a game about traveling around the cosmos, going to different planets, and right now they have just introduced their new world, Plan Arcadia, a subculture state where fantasy lingers in reality, entertainment transforms life. A thriving world blessed by the Eon Aha. Wait, isn't that the Eon that gave some of its almighty power to a worm? What the hell is this world going to be like? And when the Astro Express crew arrives, the latest Phantom Moon games will also be underway. And of course, with new worlds comes new characters, like Yao Guang, the first universal support character of Elation, a proud and haughty young lady with the elegance of a peacock. And there's also Sparksy, the Elation's first damage dealer. She's a persona Sparkle created to ride the internet trends as Plan Arcadia's top streamer. Oh my god, they made a VTuber. And version 4.0 is also packed with rewards. A free 20 pool, Ruan Mei's brand new outfit, your choice of a limited 5-star character, plus 1,600 Stellar Jades await. You can also join the event for a chance to win the big prize of 100 Star Rail special passes. So, what are you waiting for? You can download the game by clicking the link in the description and using the codes on screen for some Stellar Jades. Editor, can you please copy and paste these codes to my account? Thank you very much. Thank you to Honkai Star Rail for sponsoring us today, and with that said, back to winter. Damn, an anime set in America? What the hell's gonna happen here? For one of the wildest concepts of the season, we have the Darwin Incident, starring the most unique protagonist you're gonna see in winter.
There is no mistake now. This baby is a hybrid born of a human and a chimpanzee. A humanzee.
Ah shit, it's Furious George. Only in anime would you get a political thriller starring a humanzee hybrid created by a doctor named Gross Man, set in America being attacked by a terrorist organization led by Obama, who are terrorizing America because they are, I shit you not,
vegans.
Sorry boy! And have it be played 100% straight. Look, I gotta give credit to the American characters though. He goes to high school and he's not bullied because he's a different race or for his looks, or that he's a failed half-human animal experimental abomination. They're just bullying him because he's vegan. This is a series that has the potential to use its insane premise to explore some interesting ideas, if it's able to balance out some of its self-indulgent philosophical musings every time someone asks Serious George a question here.
Say there was a mouse carrying a deadly disease for humans. What would you do in that case, huh?
If it was me,
I think I'd shoot the mouse.
Yeah, that's pretty accurate. A new Fate set in America? What the hell's gonna happen here? Yes, we got a new Fate anime in the good old US of A. America have entered the fray, deciding to hold their own Holy Grail war with guns and burgers and freedom for some reason we don't understand. Oh shit, is that oil?
We're gonna keep it.
If you're unaware, at its core, Fate is just a hypothetical Fortnite battle royale, except you get to match up some of the most legendary figures in history and see them fight. Take a person like Alexander the Great, living up to his namesake as one of the greatest generals the world has ever seen, commanding an army that never knew defeat, never lost a battle, becoming a symbol of the Greek Empire that the world still remembers to this day. But can they stop prime messing? Typically in war there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6... a large number of servants paired with a large number of masters, and most importantly, the war must be conducted in secret. Strange Fate contains a collection of some of the most varied and insane characters the franchise has seen. Something that's on brand as it's written by the creator of Baccano and Durarara, two series about eccentric, larger-than-life characters coming together to create absolute chaos in a shared setting with no true protagonist. This franchise was tailor-made for someone like him. Add to that Hiroyuki Sawano bringing his signature hype in the music, and A1 Pictures producing, in my opinion, some of the best action spectacle I've seen them do, and this may be just some of the most fun you can have as a Fate fan. But alongside that, we have the Holy Grail of Eris, meaning there are two big shiny Holy Grails on display this season. And this one is not holding back at all. Beheading, death by dancing. I'm just glad we have a villainous anime with a villainess that actually looks villainous. Next up we have... oh, sorry.
ジャスティン・ビーバー歌って。
When a show starts off with a cold lady adopting her estranged sister's daughter because her mum passed away in a car accident, you know what ride you're about to get on. This is going to be a heavy show, and it is clear right from the first 5 minutes. But for those whose hearts are prepared, this might be the most powerful story you're gonna find this season. It's a depiction of grief that's not over-dramatized, never in your face, but it's such a human retelling of what it's like to process emotions you can never prepare for or teach yourself how to face. It's only when you do find yourself in those situations that you can only learn yourself, through numbness, pain and tears, just what kind of person you are. I would say this feels like the kind of show you would need to prepare your emotions for, if it didn't already make me emotional within the first 3 episodes. This is a story that feels so intimate. I can't help but think the creator must be sharing experiences deeply personal to them to be able to portray such emotions on screen. And it sucks that I already know this is going to be one of the best shows this season. Not enough people are going to be watching.
何か返せ私。ダメだもう。心臓がバクバクしすぎて無理。
Oh shit.
Damn, you having 5 babies?
This season, we are absolutely feasting with great romance anime, whichever sub-genre you are looking for, starting with one of my most anticipated, You and I Are Polar Opposites. Anime fans have never quite financially recovered from the Gyaru takeover Marin Kitagawa initiated, but this time we actually get to see things from the girl's perspective, which is a cool idea, but we all know how it goes now, guys. It looks cute right now, but we'll see how it is in another 2 seasons when somebody actually tries and shoots their shot.
私、谷君のこと好き。
Wait a minute. 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 She's taking the shot.
Is this the dagger?
No way. No way. Episode 1. That's a game-winning shot in episode 1. This is history in the making, folks. Honestly, this might be one of the most awkwardly wholesome romances I've seen in recent times. Normally, I'm not into this kind of thing, but aside from being just cute, it's so painfully relatable at some points. The guy Googling how to keep a conversation with his girlfriend and getting caught. The two of them having completely different reads of a movie they watch together that make them understand each other just a bit more. The show so perfectly captures what it's like to be in that honeymoon period with a new partner. Nothing too cliche, nothing too over the top, just two dweebs awkwardly navigating a new relationship with each other.
Let's go.
Idol arrested, charged with domestic violence.
Next up, we've got a girl who takes care of her male idol who's actually cripplingly anxious whenever he's not on stage. Oshi the Rock. I was ready to clown on this one, but it's honestly a well-produced self-aware comedy featuring a boy failure and a girl failure in one. The show feels like it's tailor-made for every Stray Kids fan who's aware enough of the pitfalls of the industry and wishes they could potentially help their favorite through the worst of it. After Oshinoko, I think we deserve a happy show about the idol industry for once, not you.
あんためちゃくちゃ美しいな。あれ男？
Alright, despite my first thoughts, this ain't gateway yaoi, this ain't even tomboy tomfoolery. We just have a shoujo starring a cool, androgynous female lead, and you know what? I kinda dig it. It's honestly just refreshing to see a character archetype you don't normally see in romance anime, with a dynamic that is just two chill, popular people being chill with each other, finding out that as chill as you are still not immune to charms. This one really surprised me. On the complete opposite end of the spectrum, we still have some trashy harem rom-com. Now, everyone knows, in harem anime, the childhood friend gets a 10-point buff in the race to the finish line. But what if we even the playing field by making everyone the childhood friend? That's right, anyone could be the winner here. We just don't know. It could be the tsundere, the tan tomboy, the smug one, the short blue-haired girl. Even the girls are getting their fill of harem this year, as we have a new reverse harem anime featuring a protagonist who came from America? I can't say I'm exactly the target audience for this, but I remember when the manga finished, it was fairly popular for the genre it was in. I mean, that was pretty recent, right? That's still recent, right? I mean, come on, I remember when this was coming out. I mean, how old are kids born in that year still? I'm never gonna emotionally recover from this. What's next? Sentenced to be a hero? America? Last year, Cleavertez reawakened my appetite to see more brutal, old-school dark fantasy shows, and thankfully, Sentenced to be a Hero has come along at just the perfect time to satiate it. A world where heroes are actually treated like villains, demon lords aren't fuckable, and pint-sized anime goddesses are weapons of mass destruction, fueled by the power of headpats that can also do this. Bruh. Sometimes you immediately get the vibe about a fantasy show that doesn't just lift off the same fantasy templates so many others fall into. It's got some interesting world mechanics with its hero system. The monster designs aren't the same cookie-cutter creatures you see everywhere. There's a lot of little things, like how they fuse a lot of magic and technology in the devices they use, yet they never explain them. They just show that they exist as a device that seems to be logically functional. Little details like this shows the thought put into the world building. On top of that, it's being directed by the same guy who directed this episode of Mushoku Tensei Season 1, which is one of the best episodes in an amazing looking season, and that insane bar of quality has absolutely transferred over to the hour-long premiere. This is some movie level production values. So, how's the story itself?
We're going as fast as we can, right, Tatsu?
It's aight. For the insane production values behind it, we have a pretty standard revenge plot about a man who got framed, a protagonist who is angry, and a church who is not the good guys. No way. Which is not bad by itself. I'm just hoping it doesn't fall into the same trap of having the hero party being the only competent group of people in the world that hates them. We'll have to see how the story shapes up overall, but it's still probably going to be better than your normal fantasy or isekai show. Did someone say isekai? Oh my god, it's like my favorite anime! Ah yes, can't be an isekai nowadays without the patented man-baby wanting to suckle on his mama's titties, sponsored by Mushoku Timu. Sometimes I watch a show I just can't get a read on. On the surface, this is your typical isekai reincarnation slop, but then it will have these moments of self-aware comedy, or hit me with a scene that has a surprising amount of heart in it that makes me think, wait, is there actually some potential in this? Then the guy just brings out lines like this. And I realize I can't relate to this. I have nothing in common with this man. I have some things in common with this man. It's the age, it's the fucking age, okay? Nothing else. You know, I don't know how it's taken this long for a dragon to be added to the list of things isekai protagonists have been isekai'd into, but I guess here we are. Bro, it kinda looks like a cross between a Digimon and how Power World would rip off Charizard, but the animation's actually more decent than what I would expect for a show with a concept like this. We got a salaryman who gets isekai'd and immediately becomes an accountant. Alright, I know it sounds like we're running out of ideas at this point, but maybe this isekai is just trying to explore something deeper. I mean, tell me this isn't the ultimate power fantasy of modern work culture. Dude migrates to a foreign land, immediately gets employed, gets promoted, gets paid a fair wage, bangs another dude, gets surprised to be in a workplace where employees get to leave on time, gets respected by his boss, is full-on bareback protein extraction mana transfer. Maybe this could be a commentary into the tough Japanese work culture and a succinct exploration of the current employment landscape. Did he just say he bangs a dude? How's this for a tagline? One man's trash is another man's treasure. Noble reincarnation. Well, at least they're self-aware about the target audience of the show. But guys, stop everything for a second, because I got some big news. Another protagonist has been kicked out of the Heroes Party. Shit! Blood's even got the Kirito preset for the full beta experience. But you know, out of all the kicked out of the Heroes Party anime, this one's kind of enjoyable, actually. I don't know, something about the concept of a guy who's queued up as autofill his entire life, reaching his full potential by not filling in from random roles, scratches this part of my brain I didn't know I had. Alright, what's next? Kunon the Sorcerer Can See. Huh.
そうか。
In anime's continued effort to adapt to its aging core audience, we now have fantasies about people with lower back pain. Surely this can't continue forever, or in a few decades we're gonna get things like my Viagra makes me overpowered even at level 1 in the strongest class with the weakest skill. This is actually kind of adorable though. Nice father-daughter vibes, just wholesome vibes all around, and this girl is the cutest thing you can ask for, and she turns into a succubus at night. Great. Who made this? Who's responsible for this?
Police! Help!
But hey, she's not the only cute daughter on display this season, as we got the Demon King's daughter is too kind. Let's see what this adorable cinnamon roll gets up to.
そうか。
God damn, they teaching weaves how to do laundry now? Wait, hold on though. The vibes, this beautiful setting, the way the main girl describes the process so sensually. Why am I low-key getting invested? This really makes me feel like I'm doing the washing. If watching Beast games isn't dystopian enough for you, then how about a maid-centric death game where the protagonist is trying to survive 99 games out of her own volition? This is basically high elo surfing with a death game twist, but what makes it truly stand out is the director, whose previous work was an absolutely incredibly beautiful and atmospheric series about a guy falling for his stepsister. But that atmospheric approach is cranked up even higher here. This feels like a mix of Monogatari, Madoka, and Squid Game. The OST and sound design are immaculate. Gore is replaced with cotton wool, which honestly makes it even more disturbing, as you hear the screams of pain as characters are brutally murdered to the sight of light, fluffy visuals that only serve to dehumanize the characters playing this game. This is one I'm definitely going to continue watching. And from there, we have a wholesome romance of a blind girl and her soon-to-be invisible husband, which is just a totally adorable match made in heaven. A girl who can't see and a guy who can't be seen, which means they just have the most innocent relationship you can possibly ask for, because how could she possibly thirst over nothing at all? Nothing at all.
そうか。愛してるよ。山吹くん。
I need a moment. No, you got this. You're a man. Be a man. Get a hold of yourself. Shut up. I'm cool. We cool? I'm cool. I'm good. I'm good. We're cool. You're the man. Don't forget. You're the man. I am the man. Alright, I'm good. My Anaka Heart tune, because this season anime looked at all the romance shows available and said, nah, I got one more in me. This hasn't been the only harem rom-com to come out recently, but I don't know. I got a feeling about this one. Maybe it's the setup, maybe it's the girls, maybe it's the protagonist, but I feel like this is going to be the one. The Nisekoi, the quintessential quintuplets of the new generation. I've felt this energy many times before, and it's all too familiar. The calm before the war has started. And you know what? Maybe 10 or so years ago, I'd be right in the trenches fighting, because this would have been my kind of show. But I've done it so many times now that I feel like maybe I'm just getting a bit too old nowadays to get invested in a show like this.
甲冑越しにそっとキスをするの。
It's once again time to enter the holy battleground of wives. I am no god, I am just a mere man, but I'm here to tell you to sell everything and buy into the pink-haired twin tail tsundere supremacy. It's been a rough decade for us, but we are so back because I'm here to tell you, this is it. This is our time. Tsundere supremacy will rise again. I'm calling on all of you for this once-in-a-lifetime generational investment opportunity. We will be the winners. We will be on the right side of history. And at the end of it all, we will be the ones laughing in the face of the crime. You know, I just can't see myself getting as involved as I used to. Hey guys, hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you very much this month to Author Curtis Eckstein, Shouting Zombie, Tubazo 1989, Basil, Payne Patchett, Watergeist VT, Dysfunctional Degenerate, Pony Stark, Flabberwocky, Misaka12315, Mike 808, Jonathic, and everyone else on my Patreon for helping to support me and making this video possible. But yeah guys, this is a very, very stacked winter season, so I hope you guys have enough time to watch everything because I don't know how I'm going to have time to keep up with everything. Anyway though, that's it from me me for today. I've been Gigguk, and I'll see you all next time.